everyone, nice to meet you again with the Disney 3D Art YouTube channel. Yesterday, at triathlon, Tyler Mislachuk admitted he vomited up to 10 times during his competition. When he reached the finish line, the Canadian athlete couldn't bear it any longer and vomited right in front of the camera lens. This image shocked many fans and gave reasons. However, Tyler Mislachuk vomited due to fatigue and exertion beyond his ability, not because of the water quality of the Seine River, an issue that has been controversial for many days. At least, the 29-year-old athlete still tried hard to finish in 9th place with a record of 1 hour 39 minutes 41 seconds. He ranked 9th, an acceptable achievement for a Canadian sports star. In recent days, the weather in Paris has always been hot and humid. Therefore, athletes face many difficulties when competing in sports that consume such energy. Even their competitive psychology was significantly affected when the swimming event in the triathlon was postponed. Athletes must swim in the Seine River. But this river does not meet water quality standards. Therefore, the competition had to be postponed to wait for bacteria levels to decrease. Women's volleyball is in the midst of a renaissance in the United States of America. From rising broadcast figures to record-setting attendance, the nation is on the precipice of being overcome by volleyball mania. The question is, will Team USA be able to seize the moment and ride a wave of enthusiasm and newfound passion to a second Olympic gold medal? It was only 3 years ago that the USA claimed its first Olympic title in women's volleyball, sweeping arch-rivals Brazil in 3 sets at the Ariake Arena in Tokyo, Japan. However, that was a different tournament, held in a country on the other side of the world, under conditions more complex than what the team will face at Olympic Games Paris 2024. Temporary recap here, now back to the main video with the character Lilo Pelekai in the movie Lilo and Stitch Everyone. Lilo Pelekai is one of the titular protagonists of the Lilo and Stitch franchise. She is a young, orphaned Hawaiian girl who lives on the island of Kauai with her older sister, Nani, and her extended yet unconventional family of alien visitors marooned on Earth. Lilo acts very much like a real little kid around her age. Her spirited and highly eccentric personality, especially in light of her parents' death, has alienated her from her fellow children, whom she oddly still considers her friends despite them mistreating her and openly admitting that they hate her and don't want her around. Yet Lilo makes the perfect best friend for Stitch, an alien experiment whom she adopts, initially believing he is a dog, although he actually bears more of a resemblance to a koala. Which is pointed out several times. She is also extremely disobedient. Lilo is emotionally sensitive and usually cries whenever she's really hurt or if something bad happens to someone she loves and cares for, mainly Nani or Stitch. Having been emotionally scarred by losing her parents at such a young age, Lilo was patient and faithful towards Stitch throughout the film, even after he causes Nani to lose her jobs and nearly drowns her. But when the Pelekai's house got destroyed, Lilo was about to be taken to foster care and her family photo got ruined. Lilo became so bitter towards Stitch that she wanted him to get out of her life, showing that she has breaking points as well. She attends hula school and her hobbies include the photography of obese tourists, talking about creatures from horror, sci-fi movies, and capturing and rehabilitating Jumba's evil genetic experiments. She also idolizes Elvis Presley and often does not seem to understand that her eccentricities cause her to be an outcast from most of the other children. She is also naive, believing Myrtle, Elena, Teresa, and Yuki are her friends, despite that Myrtle cruelly hates her, except for the 3 other girls, even though they don't tell her that. And often comes up with several unconventional ways to befriend them, even when Nani points out that behavior does not make them her friends. Lilo refutes they're the only ones she's got besides Stitch. In addition to her naughtiness, she enjoys being messy and having fun, though her recklessness sometimes causes her to make a mess of her surroundings, much to the disapproval of others around her. She does have a tendency to act selfish and irresponsible, however, especially when an experiment is around that she can use for her own personal benefit, which usually causes huge trouble and brings out the worst in her. It is hinted once in the film through Nani that Lilo might have chased away a bunch of social workers before Cobra. She is very adventurous, brave, and clever, easily coming up with strategies to capture the experiments and never showing fear in the face of the many life-threatening dangers to her life that she faces while capturing the experiments. In fact, she views the experiments as part of her ahana, and as a result, devotes so much time to capturing them that it sometimes interferes with her life. But sometimes she abandons them and leaves them free for Gantu to capture, which Nosy calls her out for in the last episode. Nonetheless, she is sweet and believes in the good of everyone as shown through her interactions with Gantu and the experiments, especially Stitch. Notably, despite all the misfortune Shu caused with his bad luck power seemingly making it impossible to find his one true place and Pelekai insisting they get rid of him, Lilo refused to as Gantu would capture him. After his powers reversed to good luck, Lilo apologized and reconciled with Shu, assuring him that she still liked him all the same. Despite her kindness and generosity, Lilo can sometimes be a selfish hypocrite. In the first film, when Lilo attempted to push Nani out the door after calling out on a fallen star, Nani pretended gravity is increasing on her, prompting Lilo to call her weird. In Fibber, while Lilo acknowledges about valuing honesty, there are some instances in which Lilo lies in order to gain what she wants, usually out of good intentions but sometimes for herself. In Tank, when Lilo wins tickets to the Elizabethan fair and invites Elena, Teresa, and Yuki, she got caught up with having human friends to where she neglected Stitch and even outright called him weird. In Heckler, she finds Heckler insulting others funny and even calls the insults true, even though Nani points out otherwise. Until he starts doing so with her, fervently disbelieving his remark that her nose resembled a potato. In Angel, Lilo acknowledges about believing in love, but when she saw Angel she didn't trust her. She even prevented Stitch from hanging out with her out of jealousy despite his affection toward her. Lilo was right to assume when she discovered Angel was working for Dr. Hamsterville but was proven wrong when Angel sided with Stitch out of love. In regards to this, Lilo can learn from her mistakes and admits when she is wrong about something. First is paint the skin of body, then wear in red muumuu with white leaf designs for Lilo Pelekai. Next is to draw 2 arms and 2 legs, wear the sandals for Lilo Pelekai. Next is to draw the head and decorate the face for Lilo Pelekai. Finally, draw the hairstyle for Lilo Pelekai. So the character Lilo Pelekai in the movie Lilo and Stitch has been completed. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to receive the new notifications. At the same time, download the app and go to the website DisneyStore to shopping online, as well as Disney Plus to watch some movies and TV shows for free. Now see you again in the next videos tomorrow. Thanks for watching and goodbye everyone.